project number 8 of the 12 projects of Christmas. And this one kind of goes back into the archives. So when you've been doing this as long as I have, I feel like there have been a lot of tips and tricks shown along the way. And today I'd like to share one of those with you. So let's get started. Today we are doing an uber quick one with just a cool little tip for you using the Holly Jolly Wishes stamps that we're going to use this big Merry Christmas to you. And I decided to break out the velvet paper. So we have red and we also have snowy white. And so we've got it in a couple different colors and they can be found on pages 37. Here's the snowy white in the top, at the top of page 37. And then page 41 are the red velvet sheets down there at the bottom. So we've got this fun technique that we're going to try using our velvet paper, and I've cut it in a circle with our layering circles dies. I have also cut a silver foil scallop circle also from those dies. And then the paper products are very simple. We've got a 4 1/4 by 11 evening evergreen, and then 2 pieces 4 by 5 1/4 of basic white, and then some of our painted Christmas designer series paper at the bottom of page 17 in the July to December mini catalog. So right down here. And I have 2 pieces that are cut 1 7/8 by 3, and then 2 squares that are actually the opposite side that are 1 7/8 inch square. So let's start by just folding our cardstock. And we are going to use it landscape. So it opens long like that. And we're going to just put in our basic white in the middle. And then our other basic white will go on the outside. I love my Stampin' Seal. It holds so nicely and it rolls on pretty smoothly too. So I'm loving that new adhesive from Stampin' Up. Then with our designer series paper, we're just going to make a grid for the background. So I'm just going to lay them out just to see how these are going to look and how spaced they're going to be and things like that. So I just want to make sure the spacing is right. And I'm just going to move this one over a little bit. See, I'm really glad I did that without burnishing it to make sure it was laid down tight. And then we're going to go down here at the bottom. And like I said, we're going to puzzle it together. So it's going to go like that. I was a little presumptuous in my burnishing. What was I thinking? All right, so we want to raise that up just a little bit. So we have a nice layer. And that means we have to change this one too. It wouldn't be a project if I didn't take something apart, I feel like sometimes. It just is how I roll. All right, then we'll add that other square down there in the bottom left corner. And boy, we're getting close here now already. All right, next we're gonna add our silver layer right over the top, in the middle. In the very middle. And now we're going to take our red velvet circle. And here's the trick I learned years ago. So now I've got my Merry Christmas to You stamp, and I'm going to put my red velvet circle on there. But first, I'm going to ink up the stamp using some white ink. So I'm just going to get it, looks like maybe it needs to be re-inked. We'll get it inked though. We'll get it. And then we're going to put our circle down over the top of the sentiment. And then I'm going to bring in my secret weapon, my iron. And I don't want it on steam. I want it hot. So I put it on the heat setting pretty hot. And now I'm going to take it off of the steam setting. And I'm just going to hold it on the stamp. And don't worry, unless you leave it on there for quite some time. It's not going to ruin anything. And then once I pull that up, we've got a heat embossed Merry Christmas to You. And what the iron did then was melted the fibers of that velvet paper. And the white just helps that color to pop a little. And we're going to finish this off with a few Stampin' Dimensionals. And then what I love about that iron technique too is that it heat sets that white ink right away. Usually white ink takes a bit to dry, but it's all ready to go, all in one step. Love that my iron can be used. I haven't been quilting for a while, so it's nice to be able to use it in stamping as well. So I hope you enjoyed that fun little technique, and join me again for project number 8 in the 12 projects of Christmas that I'll be coming to you with real soon.